Yeah. Difficult. Hey, Abhishek. Okay, I'm okay. Let's rename sample. Actually, renaming data to sample. I think that's a better word. Data. Okay. Percentage substitute data sample. I want to increase my history as well. I currently have only 3. So actually more complicated than this, isn't it? Especially when we go multi-dimensional. Now we have one-dimensional. We have just 2 directions, going in positive direction, increasing W, and going in the opposite direction, where W decreases. But if W is a vector, then yeah, we can go in multiple directions. Say if W is a 2-dimensional vector, we are in a plane. So we can already go into infinite directions. And then what is an interesting history? I could store everything, but it's probably going to become too big anyway. No, I don't know. Let's begin with storing 6. Let's see how this looks like. Okay, so this is the new test. It's basically a sine wave added to a parabola. Parabola is like really big. It just helps to make this minimum here of the sine a little lower than that one. And I'm starting at this point. So until, and I might do that. Might as well go for the maximum, you know, where the first parabola approximation is, well, is the first approximation is a parabola now, after having 2 samples. So we know that there is a maximum in that direction. Might as well go there. But okay, I mean, yeah, I have to implement that as well. I think I should just go for the maximum first. But I'm not doing that right now. Instead, we just try to find this minimum here. So it goes down. Yep, now we have a history of the last 6 measurements. Now it says minimum reached. So at this point we have to decide which direction to go into. This 0 of the blue parabola. So left or right. Yeah, this is right and this is left. And that depends on the height of the green 4th degree polynomial. Now this one is lower. So the prediction is lower, which corresponds to the actual values of the extremes left and right of it. So I'm totally happy to use this value. This one is lower than that one, so we want to go back now. So we went down here and now we realize, oh wait a minute, there's a super high something here and this one's lower. Let's have a peek over this one and see if you can find something that's lower than that. But yeah, here it stops. It doesn't do that yet. So now I continue pressing space, it will just get stuck here. So in the description that I have under the video, you see my plan. And the plan is to, well, first find the minimum, we have that now, or an extreme at least. And then determine which is the new target. And the target being a bit vague because okay. Well, the target is a W value for this extreme here. And then I should search in the history for the closest 3 values. The closest, in this case it's obviously 8, 9 and 10. But when we go multi-dimensional, it's not really... I'm not really sure if that makes sense. They kind of need to be on one line more or less. So if at one point we make change the route 90 degrees, then I don't know what happens. Okay, the reason is that we were heading back here, right? Because we head back, we have a lot of points. If we would go in the same direction, there's only one overshoot, and at all times. So then we would have only the minimum and that 11, that is the overshoot that we have, and then we do go in that direction anyway, so then they are on that line. These 3 are also on that line. Or, I mean, they are the route that we took, which is more or less straight line, okay? So maybe not that bad. Maybe not that bad. If I think that even in a multi-dimensional case, if we just turn around, yeah, on the other hand, a few minutes ago I was thinking, if this is a minimum in a multi-dimensional case, it might make sense to go for... Yeah, you have to think about it. You know, you see there's a graph here, but just rotate this thing around a vertical line here to get a 3-dimensional thing. Sorry, 2-dimensional, but the whole thing becomes 3-dimensional. This vertical line here, and then rotate this thing around it. Then you get, how is that called? I don't know, probably has a name. So then we can go in any direction, not just left and right, but also, yeah, out of this minimum in any direction. And which is the best direction? Well, the best direction is the direction in which the mountain that we are climbing is least high. So I would say, yeah. Maybe I need a... I have no idea how this is going to work yet. In more than this one-dimensional thing is just way easier than what we have to deal with in the end. Maybe I should not think about it too deep yet. Let's make this work first. Since I really need a second degree derivative. Hi, Srimaya. Srimaya. I never know how to pronounce anyone's name, yeah? Well, welcome. Also, there's this mode-like thing. Either I'm looking for a minimum or I'm looking for a maximum. What exactly does that mean? If I just flip the whole thing upside down, so I just L is replaced with minus L, then the problem becomes exactly the same, doesn't it? Then I just have to find this minimum here. It's again a minimum. But there is a problem with that, in that no, not true. It's not true. I want to go for the lowest maximum. So if you flip this upside down, it would decide to go here, because this is deeper. But I don't want it to go to the highest maximum, I want it to go to the lowest maximum. That is the difference, and that is problematic. Let's say there, somehow I can determine a direction, and that direction is then not the steepest decline. It's just, I don't know, it's in this direction. And right now I just have left and right, so I don't know. Let's just call it a target. So I'm having this target, and then I just find the 2 or 3. 2, I guess. Closest. It's again, you know, that's the problem. 8 and 9 are the closest at the moment, but that's also very dubious. If I should use the closest or just a few that are on the same line, you know, in a multidimensional case, that becomes relevant. So I don't know yet. For now, I'll just look for the 2 that are closest. Okay, so I need a target. I don't know how to code this. How to code this? Okay, let's look at my own description. So I made this list. It says what? Huh? Okay, is it me or... Oh, wait, here's the scroll bar. Never mind. 1, determine in which direction to go, so which 0 to use. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Let's just start writing code. Minimum reached. Okay, the zeros are already determined. Oh, now I need to decide which one is best. And I can do that by finding the one for which the approximation that I have is the lowest. So approximation at 0 seconds. call this target 2. Then we want to use this as a target. So now I'm having the value of the target. Just rename this one. Gonna make a target. And just a target is first, whatever. And then if let's call these values. If value 2 is less than, let's say value is the one that belongs to it. Yeah, we have a target and the value of that target. And then if the approximation at the second 0 is less than this value, then we made a mistake and I should use that. Although I don't really want to call approximation twice. So yeah, let's use the variable vol2. And I'm going to say target is that one. And the value is value 2. So now the value is the minimum of the 2, and the target is the argument of the approximation. So that was point 1, determining which direction to go. 2, find the 2 samples in the history that are closest to this new target. Let's just run over the whole history. Okay, and then we need to determine the distance in terms of W. So let's calculate. Let's calculate actually the square of the distance. And then it will save me a square root in the end. Let's say the square distance. Distance squared, right? I think sample has W. Yeah, well, no. Well, it has W like that. Yep. So if the distance, the difference squared, and is smaller than 1 of 2, you need to find 1 of 2. So array Let's just store the I'm gonna store the indexes, I think, of the history. So I'm just gonna run over index of the whole history, all of it, the resize. Yeah, this is also not true. It's not necessarily completely used yet, the history. Extra complication. Here the history is being filled, and I'm filling the current value. This cur is already filled, and cur starts at previous plus 1 modulo something. Our previous starts at -1, so we start at 0. So 0 till cur has been filled, but it might have wrapped around. So now I need to somehow keep track if we wrap around or not. I can just look at n, of course. N is also incrementing it. Okay, so we take n. Yep. I take n, and then if n is larger than the size of the history, then of course you don't go that far. That's what I should do. Yeah. The minimum of n in the history size. Yeah. Well, I fill 0, and then n is incremented to 1. So this is the way. So we run over all history values, which are maybe partially filled, and if they are completely filled, then we start over at the beginning and I override it. It's like a circular buffer. So this is in arbitrary order, which it is anyway, because sometimes you just switch direction. So arbitrary order, I'm determining the distance squared here. And then we have to figure out which are the two best values, the two smallest values. So if s is -1 or 0, then we have 0 or 1 closest, and therefore there's always room to store another one, so we just store the first two. And otherwise I have to figure out if this one is less than one of the values that I already have. I guess I want them to be sorted as well, the closest one. So let's put so this is the two closest samples in terms of W, where the one at index 0 is the closest. Is that a word? Closest, like that. Yep. So now this doesn't hold anymore, not necessarily. Let's just do a sort. And I have to sort the distance itself as well, of course. So if we have two of them, then I compare the first one. If that is larger than the second one, then we have a problem, and I just swap them. And then they are in the right order. But then, of course, I also have to swap the index. And I have to store this value to begin with. This does not look like a very efficient code. I might as well just store three of them and keep them sorted. No, or I don't know. Okay, else if let's say if it is less than the smallest one, and then replace that one, I guess. So this one now becomes the new value. So we can do that in a loop. My main problem is I think I can use the same loop for the what I just did for this part. And then all of this code is not really necessary. It's another S, but I don't have an S anymore. Well, okay, page of code, but now we have the two values that are closest. What was next? Then I had, so to find two samples in the history that are closest to this new target. I think what I should do here is just erase the whole history, except for those 2 points. Or is it bullshit? Maybe we should just use the minimum and the new target and start with a parabola. This is a highly overcomplicated might be optimization, because I'm like, I already sampled that, so let's use it. But it's a lot of work, really. Okay, so 3, calculate a new approximation from that. That's this part. So yeah, I would just like to return to the top here. Set current to the next value. And then store the value at this new 0. So W must be set at the new 0. Can do that already. I have to rewrite the history, I think, such that when we get here, yeah, previous and previous. Nobody should become happy by rewriting history. It feels like a clutch. Maybe just append to the history. Copy the history to to a new place. That yeah, that makes more sense. I kind of want to, or nah, if I do that, is that yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, maybe I should make a class of my of the history as well, because it starts to get messy. Definitely start to get messy. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Let's make a new class. This class is going to wrap whatever history is currently. History is currently an array of samples. And I think previous should be part of that, I think. So I'll delete it here. Maybe n as well. Total number. Yeah, it's not really history. I don't know. But again, if I call this sample history, then n is just this number of samples that were added to that sample history. So, and maybe it's not even really a history anymore. Some point order is a bit unclear. It's more a collection of samples, but I definitely need an order for the last three, or for not the last three, but for the closest three to where we're currently working with, or approximating stuff for. I'm not sure about the word history, in other words. But it has to do with adding n. I'm going to add n as well. Okay, so this means let's begin a next history, but what I really do is just pause everything and increment that. So this whole block should be replaced with history dot add, I guess, and then just pass whatever is needed, which means L of W, and I have those. I need to keep these. So L of W and the derivative of L. W itself. W, L of W, and DLTW. And that's it, I think. Though my sample we really create a sample in the history, then the history also needs to know about plot and the layer and the point style and so much. But why not? I can create a history with that information. At the very least, I'm not sure, but at the moment we can do that. So then we have LO and the label style. Yep. Right, and then this line here should be enough. Suab, yeah, output. That was the output. Yeah, it's not working yet. I really want to have this working, then it starts to become more interesting. I already draw all those polynomials and the derivative and the quotient and everything. All those colored lines were the polynomials described in the description below the video. This is bullshit. I need a void add something. Let's first add my history constructor. This thing now takes that. Nobody knows what the types are, of course. Actually, I do. Point style and label are here. Point style, draw, point style, and text style. The layer and bleh. How can I remember that? I can't. Where's my plot? Plot is plot, isn't it? Plot. In namespace Cairo. Okay, plot. In namespace Cairo. Cairo window. And I can store it as a reference. I'm definitely not going to copy the whole plot. That would be stupid. And then the next thing is the layer, which is having the type that create window returns. Oh, I make a copy of that. What is that? A boost intrusive pointer. Yeah, I can just talk about boost intrusive pointer, I guess, off layer. No, why not? I can also just store a pointer. Or a reference. But that would be ridiculous since it is a pointer. I don't like that. See, a layer is a namespace. Kan hier weer nou, ja. Call that a layer. Then we have this reference called plot. And then we have two styles. Point style and a text style. What to hell with it. I'm just going to store a const reference here as well. Hey, yeah, look who woke up. I started streaming extra early today. Maybe I'm gonna shift my day as well. Current equals previous plus 1 percentage sample size. Samples size. Make a point and then samples current is sample layer point style label style, and then I need an n, and then n was the total number of samples. Increment total number of samples. I think we got it right. Nah, let's use it. Call it number of samples, total number of samples. I'm just gonna full the full name. The April's full name. Maybe a new joke for next year. I'm gonna tell people that the government decided to change the name of the 4th month and remove the R, because some people can't pronounce an R. So the April's full name now becomes April. Yeah, the whole story is too unlikely for them to even fall for it without hearing me say April's Fool. And that all while I'm coding. Well, not really. I stopped coding. Okay, where is it going wrong? We don't have an n. We don't have a lot of stuff. Let the compiler tell me. So random. Error, use of undeclared identifier draw. Don't you wish you could do a using namespace cairo window inside a class scope. Cha-cha-cha. I think a current should just return a sample actually. Yeah, this whole block probably should be moved to history as well then. Still stuff left. Value user member samples and static member function. Nah. Let's call it size. Oh wait, this is going to be part of this tree anyway. But yeah, nah, whatever. And this too, I suppose, deals with the history. Mm-hmm. Okay, this part. Yeah, how to find them? I still don't like this code. Okay, I'm gonna think about how to find the two closest ones. Bend. I think this should work. Let's test it out. No, nah, something is missing, but okay. Apart from the compile error. Developed operands of binary expression, value type, aka sample and double. Something is not working. Zero, none, none. Did not happen before. Yeah, run it again and then get a different behavior. Reach max depth. Shocking. She fit. Oh, good. There was nothing to fit. So nothing, not a number. Not a number, not a number. Everything is not a number. Okay. I completely screwed up here. Apparently, my history is not working. Well, that sucks. Samples, we have 6 samples. That worked before. Previous starts as -1. That was the case before. Total number of samples is 0. Well, that seems like a good start. Current is not defined, which is I think okay because it was initialized from previous at some point. And well, at the moment add is called, yeah. I did see it draw the right data point, so this works, this works. Add is being called. Or well, this add is being called. otherwise we would not get the point, and the values are correct, otherwise we would not see those points. The sample is correct, therefore add sample, current is initialized, and we copy the sample. Total number of samples incremented. And now previous and current are defined. Previous might still be -1. Append is not called until we already saw errors, so I will not look at this. Before I plus size -1, modulo size, that should be correct. Current is returning the current sample. Previous the previous sample. And I can't remember even calling this. Or do I? Yeah, something is wrong. Where did my previous go? Nah. This does not make any sense, does it? Yeah, what the hell is this? Pretty sure I only need 3 samples for 5, so I would say this must be 3. Then this must be 2. This must be 1. And then it doesn't make sense. Huh? I don't know, let it assert. We'll see what happens. Oh, God. Oh, this is so bad. Yeah, and I didn't understand why my program didn't work. I commented out 2 blocks. Jesus Christ, this is still commented out. Yeah, that's not going to work then. Unbelievable. I already have that one here, but why not like that then? Oh, just 1 block. Yeah, this part is still missing. Okay, yeah, never mind. Hello, winter. Previous. Yeah, see, I was never setting previous. Okay, what is this doing? You know, before I fix this, I want to see that those asserts not fail. Gosh. Can't do that one. Okay. I'm not using that operator yet anyway, and I will never either. Serious problem. Previous unequal -1. That yeah. Otherwise, you should not call previous. And then you're, oh no, it is not true. It's still coordinate. Okay, oops. No, I can't call this unless I'm actually using it, I think. Okay. That wasn't a real bug then. Previous is, well, previous is used here, but okay, only if the number of coefficients is 3. Or larger. Which isn't the case at the moment yet. Yeah, let's do it twice. Let's just do it twice then. No coordinate, okay. And now you, well, assert. That's 2, of course. And then the number of samples is what? Is 2. Yeah, well, that's true. I hit space, so we have 2 symbols. No, okay. So this is indeed 2. Now let it assert there as well. I want to see all the asserts. So this is now 3, I suppose. Okay. Yeah, I don't think it's 4, but let's see. I already get there. So first have to fix the other part. Okay then. This calculates M, and then from M that will ND, and then we solve that, and then we have an approximation. Yeah. Not really something I want to move to history, I think. No, not really. So I want to keep doing this, where then we just have to have a previous and a previous. History current. That is called current. Then I have to sample, right? So let's just let's abbreviate it because the line is too long. Anyways, so I need a sample. Current. Doesn't get any clearer, but well, I still need previous, and then we're done-ish. So I'm just gonna add previous like that. No abbreviations occur. It actually became more clear now. A little bit more real. I mean, being this, you know. but still don't have a previous. So not having this one and previous, not using that one. Previous is then simply before previous. That's good, looking good. Now, the drum ruffle, if I hit, so now the 12th is the last one, and we did hit a minimum here. So now it's searching for the 0 that is the lowest, which should be 31.56, which is here, which is this 0 here. Well, actually it's the 0 of this thing. Actually it's the 0 of this thing. But that must coincide with the 0 of this thing, which is the derivative of this thing. Therefore, this has a maximum here. So the extreme has been found in 31.56. And then I'm combining that with the last two of the history, where I re-added 8 and 9, because they are the closest to that value. So what should happen now, if I hit enter, is that we have a 13 on top of 8, a 14 on top of 9, and a 15 at this point, which then appears here. Let's hit space. Nope. Nothing of all that. I think we're still here. It's hard to read, but I believe I see a 6 here. We were at what? 6 or... looks like a 6. So we added 2 points, and now the 16, 15, 14, 13 would have been the last one then. Or that is possible. Do that again. At least there's totally at the wrong point, but so I'm gonna do 9, 10, 11, 12, yeah, 13. Nobody knows why the 13 is not being drawn. 15. Wow, we went from 26.5 to 15. Okay, now I'm confused. 26.5. 30. Nah. What the hell is going on? I mean, it should. No, also, this is not correct. I believe this is number 10. Yep, this is 11. This is 12. Then this is 13. And I don't see the 13. It's super strange. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, no, it's not changing the labels of 8 and 9. It's copying them, including the labels. Yeah, interesting. Let's change that. Total number of samples is increased. I should create a new sample if I call that directly. A new sample with a new point and a new text, rather, especially a new text. Because this is being incremented. I can first make the copy. Yeah. Let's not call add. So this is here. And then if you call add with the sample, I'm going to add the sample, and then afterwards change the text label. How do I do that? So the sample, or afterwards, I can even do that immediately, although it's a const reference, so I can't. So I made a copy, and then reset the label. So I need a set label then in sample. Get the point from the sample as well. Oh, yeah. Jawel. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, not that that is the case, but I'm not getting that, man. Not getting it. If we get here, and then it is already changed value, so I do have a previous value. The previous value should be in my history. Why isn't it? Previous value in my history? No, maybe it's not. Wait a minute. I'm entering from the top. Jesus. Yeah, this it should be added. Set to the initial value, and then that is added to the history. And then we have 1 point. Oh, if you have at that moment you have only 1 point. Yeah, yeah. But then it is in the history. So what? Sorry, this is not correct. Let's define this. I don't need a current. History current. Gonna define this higher up. No. I don't understand what's wrong, but something is definitely wrong. Let's put a breakpoint at the at 393. Wait a minute. Yes. Step. No. W is 32. Step. Previous is -1. Next, current is now 0. Make a point. Make a sample. Create point, create text. Okay. And I never added to the history. I never added to the history. Okay, yeah, thank you very much. We have found the bug. Ugh, so stupid. Blip, blip, blip. Yeah. Let's just do this. Kill this smaller. Right. So we have 13 here. And that thing did not get a label. That is so weird. I mean, it's on top of 12, but to the drawing should have been drawing the label. I'm not getting it, but okay, 13 is here. I'll just don't see it. And then 16 is 15.56. So 15 here. I think the 9 got a 15. 14 is also nowhere to be seen. Let's print. At the moment that I add new labels. No. Yeah, it's finally put the window on a sensible position instead of over my text. Point 1 at 32, which is the initial value, is immediately changed to 31.9918. Nobody knows why, but I guess that is going to be the next point, which wasn't drawn yet. And I'm printing a 1 while the label is 0. Yeah, okay. So this is 0 and then the 1 belongs to this one, but that isn't drawn yet. It's going a little bit... what's the opposite of lagging? The graph is lagging relative to what the values that it printed. So now 2 is at 31.9753. So now it has drawn 2. And then this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. At this moment 12 has been drawn, but 13 has been calculated, and that is so close to 13, so to 12, that well, previously at least, I had expected already a minimum detected. Why did it not do that? Space. Maybe the minimum is detected after this. So 13 was not. I don't know. Space. Yeah. Now minimum is reached. Oh, it copies the same thing twice. That is no, not good. That's going wrong. So the 26 came from... yeah. Yeah, it's the same value, and that was 0.9. Yeah, I see the 9 still here. And then I see it draw a 15, not a 14. So it did create a label, but maybe I'm running to the same sample or something. If the index is the same, you get the same value, but also the label is overwritten. I think that explains it. So 14 and 15 are written to the same sample. Or come from the same sample, I don't know. Kind of weird. But that's where it put it. Just 1 point probably. Just 15. Yeah, but 13 is gone too. It should have been here, but it wasn't drawn yet. I hit a space and then it detects that the minimum is reached. Before going to the top of the loop or something. Yeah, I'm not really following it exactly. Create a little. Let's fix this first. I guess. And then the 13, the missing 13. also does not make any sense. No, it does not make any sense. Oh, wait a minute. I think I get it. Yeah, I'm just leaving W where it is, which is the minimum. But I should set W to the new target. Let's use W instead of target. And I want a breakpoint here. Line 584. That's better. That's a 0, and then we do step. So the total number of samples is well, large. Make an array 0, 1, and values of those two samples, which I suppose exist. That is, yeah, whatever it is. That is almost the same. Looks like by coincidence the last two, which are super close. Doesn't matter. So I swapped it. And then the smallest one is in the first entry. Okay, and now we go looping. So I is now 2, and we get a sample from history 2, which is 29. So this becomes way smaller than the 255s. Way smaller. So it's less than 1. And then we store that. So now I have not 1 0 but 1 2, and this is 255 3, and then we do a sort, and then it swapped it. 3.9 is now the smallest one. Everything works so far. No, it didn't. It put it back at 1 0. Ha. 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 Okay. Bloop. Bloop. Yeah, this is true the first time, but not inside the loop. Bug has been found. Standard swap. Yeah. A while ago, I was like almost bragging that every time I wrote something, it immediately worked. This time, it's one bug after another. That needs debugging and fixing. Today, anyway. Run. Over text again. Okay, 13 is that. 16. Now it finds 15 here, so it finds 8 as the one that is the closest. And nobody knows where 14 is, which should have been here. at 26.5. Yeah, that is 9. And it's not being drawn. Just like 13. Just disappears in thin air. Why? Okay, apart from the labels, is my history correct? Oh, wait, yep. No, there is no 14 in the history. Can't see the label at least. And no 13 either. But I am appending forward, so if we build the 8, 9, 10, etc., that's correct. So this is 8, 9, 10, 11, and then we wrap around. So this must be 12, and it is 12. And then 13 was never written. And 14 also not. Just 15 is written. And I think I finally realized what is going on. I think I override both. 13, I'm not sure if 13 was added, but it should have been here. So yeah, 15 is just over it. And I'm not incrementing something. So 14 was written here, I'm sure of that. And then 15 got over it. Well, 13 must have suffered the same fate. So I guess I should increment something before writing, and then the 13 stays, 14 comes here, and the 15 comes there. Yep, that is what we need. That is what we need. So the appending is not moving. Oh, I'm not calling advance. Yeah, that's the reason. Advanced previous, basically, should be called at the right moment. Append. I'm doing an add. I think I did. I need to call it before doing this then. Because I want to add something new. Yeah, add is at the top of the loop, and this is at the bottom of the loop. We did not reach the bottom yet. So before I can add something, I have to finish it with the advanced previous and then add it. Again, add it, and then we could go to the end of the loop and call that really, and then add the new value. This should fix it. It's so easy to say, I see a 12, I don't see a 13, and I don't understand it, but well, let's just continue. No, if there is something that you don't understand, there's probably a bug. You have to understand it to the last bit. But I think we found it, so now it's definitely fixed. 11, 12, 13 on top of that. Yes. But my 8 got lost. And I don't think I can read this. You have only, if I have, yeah, it should have added this one. That was close. Maybe the 13 overrode the 8. Or wait a minute. So I had 8, 9. Yeah, we had 8, 9, and I want to use the 8. 10, 11, 12. And at the moment I write 13, there is only, the history size is only 6 at the moment. So then I have, I should still have the 8. What? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, that's 6. But yeah, then I append to. So next 14 is written. That should have gone over the 8, but it was a copy of the 8. So what if I wrote no. I think I'm overwriting stuff that I'm copying. If I copy from history to history and I overwrite what I'm copying, then something goes wrong. Maybe I should make an intermediate copy. Am I not already though? Let's print the history again. Yeah, just so it wrapped around 11, 12, 13, and now it appended 14 and 15. And while doing so, it might have overridden what it was copying. Still not convinced though. These are the same. That is not good. Yeah, I think oh yeah, of course. We can go back so to see where the 8 and 9 were. So this was 12, 11, 10, 9 and 8. Yes. So this one is overriding the itself. Bah. We were destructed first and then copy it. I don't know. Very fishy. I don't know what's going on. Let's not copy from history to history. That just doesn't sound really like the correct thing to do. Add samples. Yeah, I just copy here. So I call add with something from the history, directly from the history. What? No, I don't have that here. Add. That is by const reference, and then yeah, it was just copying to itself, which didn't really work apparently. Let's just make a copy. Oh, now finally I do understand it. I'm adding one first, right? Which is the one that is furthest away. Haha. Which is that the right order to begin with? Probably. But that's the reason. So we write, this is actually 9. So I override 8 with 9. And then I override 9 with 8, but that was 9 also. So that's why they end up the same. So now we first make a copy to the stack, and then we don't override the history with itself. What is this? What did I do wrong? Oh, it's an array. Never mind. It's an index I meant. And can be removed. Yeah, and the one that I have to add first, actually, no, the one that is furthest away. That's always the case. Okay. Now it works. The 13 is now also written here. And then we have 14 at 0.9 and 15 at 0.8. And 16 is now prepared at 31.5. So that's here. And that then comes there. Blip, or there. Very good. Yep. And then we have, where's my prediction? This is now the prediction, or the approximation. So it already sees an enormous deep minimum coming, but we're aiming for the top. And then I have my derivative of that, which is this one, which tells me that there should be a 0 here. No, here. Yeah, that's this 0. We're not there yet. So I want to continue in the same direction, as in the keep going should be remaining to be set, or not. I want to find a 0. How do I find a 0? I don't know. Probably should find a 0 from the 30-degree polynomial now. I don't see any reason to go slower. Or I can use the parabola. Maybe I should use the parabola. Maybe I should. Second thought. So then we want just to go to this point here. Next. Yeah, because I do have this parabola, right? That is the, yeah, I think this is what we're going to follow. The only problem is that at the moment, it is going to say, I want to go down. I don't want to go to the top. It's looking for a minimum, so it's going to go backwards. It's going to 23.6. Yep. So 17 is going to descend again to the same minimum at the moment. All the way there. So it feels that I did not hit the brakes, as it were. Learning rate is 176. Why is that so high? What happened to my learning rate? Learning rate was stopped to 47, 48, and now it's doubled and doubled again. Yeah, that's ridiculous. But it's just because we are going in the wrong direction. What should happen is that I see that there is a minimum. Find the minimum, use the minimum, and not use the learning rate. We should just jump to well, the previous top of this parabola. Okay, let's see what happens. I press space again. 18 is like going so fast. Now it knows it has to go down, and it has a down. So now it's going. Oh, this ship's all over the place. Learning rate is getting larger and larger. And larger, and impossibly large. And now it's going down, but we don't know where we are. And we crash. Yeah, okay. Try to find that without graphs while you're in a 500 dimensional space or something, or 10,000 dimensional space. Oh, it's not working. It doesn't learn. What is happening? Well, something like we just saw. Jumping all over the place. That should never happen, I think. It should be a safeguard against the wild behavior that I just saw. I think I'm going for a walk. Yeah, because I have to go shopping as well. Let me go shop. Buy food. I'll be back.